In today's episode, we're going to talk about why you might be scared or why you almost all the time pee your pants when you're about to present, when you're asked to present, and how to improve on that, how to create your own process so that you won't be too scared to present in front of other people. Hi, this is Bradshaw, and if you're new to this channel, I take highly sensitive people from being overwhelmed and stuck in their career to turning their sensitivity into superpower so that they can skyrocket their career growth and have the best life ever. Many people who know me, whenever I tell them that I'm shy and I get scared with presentation, they brush me off and they laugh at me because they don't believe that I do get scared and I do get shy when I'm asked to present in front of many people. But what they don't know is that I've overcome that. I've created this system in myself so that I won't avoid presentation skills. If you are new to this channel, in many of my videos, I always talk about how anxiety, fear, worry, all those negative feelings is normal. As a human being, we're the only one who labeled those feelings as negative. They're just feelings. They are charged energy feelings that you feel in your body, and it's up to you on how you will label them and how you will use them. So in order for you to improve your presentation skills, you have to know why you're so scared, you're so worried, or you're so tense when you are doing presentation skills or when you're being asked to present in front of other people. Maybe you had an experience in the past where you tried and you made a mistake and people laughed at you. Maybe you never bounced back from that. Or maybe it's simply being anxious that they're going to ask you questions that you don't know the answers to. Or just the mere fact that you're so scared to be seen. You're so scared for people to look at you, to listen to you, because you don't have that awareness inside of you. You don't have that relationship inside of you or with yourself to really know what's going on in your body, in your mind, in your spirit when you are presenting. That's probably why you're so scared of. You feel this charged up feelings when you're presenting. We're gonna correct that and we're gonna help you get through that. So first of all, number one reason is why you're scared of presentation is that maybe in the past you had this bad experience. Okay, let's take that reason, and it's a very valid reason to be scared to present in front of other people because you didn't have a good experience. Now, think about that moment when you were presenting and you made a mistake, or people laughed at you, or people did something not so good to make that experience miserable for you. Take that, and I want you to imagine that person, that version of you, is the inner child. And I explain a lot of these things in my how to journal video that's in this video. You can watch it so that you can be refreshed what an inner child is. Basically, an inner child is someone inside of you. It's a part of you that is precious and full of life and innocent and pure. So imagine that version of you that did the presentation as your inner child, and yourself right now, the current self, and imagine that person is going to tell this girl or this little child that, hey, you did your best. That time, yes, those people were mean to you and that feeling is very real, but right now we're going to improve ourselves. It is your willingness to improve on yourself, to improve on your life, and to improve in your career that will take you from that sad, wounded little girl, little child to coming out of your shell. So unless you have that willingness, and I know you do because you're in this video and you're still watching this video, you want to be better at presentation because you know that it's going to make your life better, whether in your career, your personal life, and your relationship. So I invite you to write, just write the word willingness to improve in your paper right now, in your cell phone. So having that willingness to maybe not even even fully let go, but just get out of that shell that you built around yourself, because it hurts so much. And I get it. It is a very traumatic experience for you, but we're gonna get out of that. You're not going to trap yourself in that cocoon anymore, because you're gonna be a butterfly after you do all these things that I'm telling you. The number 2 reason that you might be scared of presentation is because of lack of preparation. And what do I mean by that? You might tell me, Van, I prepared my ass off. I know my slides from like to the T, but I'm so scared. Here's why. Because you haven't written down what you don't know. And you know what you know, but you don't know what you don't know. And once you wrote down what you don't know and made peace with that part of you that do not know all the answers, you are going to go up there and be confident in your presentation, because you're going to go back to these people and say, let me get back to you on that. I will make sure to get the answers on that question. Or you can say, that's a very good question. People who ask questions like to hear that their questions are valid and it's not a stupid question. So you tell them, thank you for asking that question. That's a very valid question. Right now, I don't know the answers to that, but here's what I can tell you. Blah, 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 blah. And then tell them, I'm going to follow up with you, and please write your information in a piece of paper and then your question, so that I can be reminded what question you asked me, and then I will get back to you in X amount of time. That's it. You don't have to know the answers to all of the questions right away. And that's the biggest thing with being scared to be in front of other people, because you are so scared to be imperfect. Being imperfect is part of being human. And when you're a human being, when you're being human in front of your audience, that's when they can connect to you more. That's when they can be like, hey, he or she does not pretend to be so perfect, perfectly curated image, and they will turn into your follower or audience. I don't know what you want them to turn, or your friends. But basically, if you come to conclusion that and make peace with that part of you that don't know everything, that's your key to a better experience through presenting whatever you know in your company or your school or wherever. The next thing is, when you're presenting, one of the underlying reasons why people are so scared to present is that they're not confident of how they look. Let's fix that, okay? You don't have to be a Hollywood actor or like a perfectly looking person, however you define that, to look presentable. And let's admit, presenting to other people, whether you're on video, whether in person, whether you're just talking and they don't see you, whatever medium you're using, you have to make sure that medium is well prepared. What do I mean by that? If you are presenting something over the phone in your company, let's say I've been into many conference calls before and they don't see me. I was at home working from home and they don't see how I look, but my voice, I regulate my voice. I have 2 versions of my voice. I have my everyday voice and I have my work voice. Like, my work voice is the voice that I'm using right now. It's more modulated, it's more crisp, it sounds confident. And you have to train yourself to have that voice, have that other version of you that you present to your bosses or to your client. That will make you feel better, because you will feel that you have that medium that you can use, that instrument that you can use for conference calls, let's say, that people can understand you. I'll be real with you that one of my biggest hurdle when I started working in the US was my accent. I had a not very strong Filipino accent, but I had an accent. I still do have an accent right now, but I do try my best to improve on neutralizing that and making sure that I'm understood across the board. Am I perfect? No, definitely not. This is like my 5th shot for this segment, but there's that willingness, like what I said in the beginning, the willingness to improve, the willingness to get out of that cage that I was, because I was made fun before. I was made fun in the US for the way I was talking, for the way that I used the words that I knew in the Philippines and I used it in the US. Like, for example, I'll give you a story. It's a very quick story. My boss, when I first got to Hawaii, and he was giving me this expectation setting meeting and all that, and I really need to go to the bathroom because we were talking for an hour, and I was always cold and I didn't have my jacket. I'm a highly sensitive person. I was always cold, and I needed to go to the bathroom. And I saw a break in what he was telling me, and I told him, hey, sir, where is the comfort room? Comfort room. And he goes, oh yeah, it's right here. And he opened the door to a room and he was gonna go in, and I was shocked at first, and I was like, you're not going to the comfort room. But what he heard was conference room, because they don't call the bathroom in the US as comfort room. See, like it was so embarrassing to me at that time, but now I just laugh at it. Like when I still talk to my boss about that, it's a story that I always tell people now. It's an example of you can turn it into a funny story in the future, but at that moment when I was there, it was so embarrassing that I didn't know to use the word I know the word bathroom, but we don't use it in the Philippines. I use comfort room. It's supposed to give you comfort. Duh. So anyways, that's what I'm trying to say. So know your medium. Know your insecurities in your medium. Maybe you have a nasally voice. You just have to train your voice to be modulated if you're insecure about your voice. Now let's move on to your look. If you're insecure about your weight, if you're insecure about how you look, do something about it. Put a lipstick on, or if you're a man, like put on your best clothes and press it, and make yourself look presentable as much as you can. Do all your effort. One of my managers before, and she's my mentor, and this is what she told me. I was always an anxious wreck and anxiety runs in my blood, and I told her, what if this $1 million project I did everything that I can? And this is what she said: as long as you're doing your due diligence, you are covering your behind. So if you're not doing your due diligence, if you're not studying your slides, if you don't know what you don't know and prepare for the questions that are coming to you. See, first of all, if you know what you don't know, you have the time to find out the answers for that. And then soon enough, there is nothing you don't know. But if you don't have time to find out the answers to that, you can find out who knows, and you can refer that person to that expert. Your physical appearance, you have to do something about it. You don't have to be, when you know that you're going to present today, you might present today, get ready for it. Like, be dressed up, be the best that you can, do your due diligence. And if things still bomb, you can tell yourself that, hey, I did my best. I did my best today, and tomorrow is another day. It's pretty easy to say right now because I've been through many of those bloopers. So I teach more of these inside of my online course. It's application based only. If you want to submit an application, the links are down below, and it will teach you more about these things, how to deal with presentation skills, how to turn your sensitivity to your superpower, and all that. So that's it. That's what I have for presentation skills. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to send me a message through any of my social media. It's all down below, or schedule a call with me. I have a few spots open, and hopefully I can help you as much as I can, because I really want you to shine, and I really want you to climb the corporate ladder. If that's what you want, I'm here to help you. Thank you so much for watching today, and I'll see you guys again next time. Bye.